Alright guys, day 5. Every day of October I'm going to watch a movie that I have never seen before, a horror movie. So today I watched The Mutilator, which really honestly is not... Like, watching The Mutilator, I thought it had a couple okay things about it, but overall I thought this one was really not very memorable, except for things that I'll get into that are really unintentionally funny, but they don't pull like an entertainment value like a lot of other horror slashers do. This one is okay. Like, I think it's totally not very interesting. It's got some okay parts. And the funny thing is, this is also called, and in the movie, the opening titles, the title of the movie in the movie, instead of called The Mutilator, is called Fall Break. While they're playing this song, we're going to have a fall break. And this is where I'm going to talk about the unintentionally hilarious things about this movie, because this movie has a lot of unintentional, really cheesy ass music. Like, this music is awful, but it's really makes this a little more memorable than I expected. So it has that opening song. We're going to have a fall break song while they're driving around, and it's funny. The way it's shot, the way it looks at them driving around reminds me of, like, say, the opening credits to Full House. Like, it looks like that, and it feels just as cheesy. Like, that's funny that it looks just like similar to that. And the whole movie has this very cheesy atmosphere, like, in terms of score. Like, the score makes this movie very cheesy. The atmosphere is okay, but, like, the music overtakes everything. Like, the score is so awfully cheesy that it just makes this movie really unintentionally hilarious. But it's not super funny. It's just kind of awkward. Like, it's a very awkward movie. And the story, I'll keep this spoiler free, because I thought the opening of this was actually kind of cool. Where there's this kid named Ed, I think, who accidentally kills his mother. Accidental matricide on his mother. And then it flash forwards to where the kid is like an adult, and like there's a killer going around, and I'm not going to say who the killer is, even though if you look at IMDb it'll immediately say who the killer is, but I'll just keep it a secret because, I don't know, people might not expect it. But I thought that was a really cool opening where, like, this kid is just playing with a gun, and like or a rifle, and he accidentally just shoots his mom point blank. Like, she is dead. And that was really a good opening and really solid, and it made me actually really invested. But then we get this cheesy ass music and these stupid scenes that are really cheesy throughout the movie that it made me forget what I thought was cool about the opening at first. I was like, wow, the opening's cool, but then we get this really stupid music throughout. Like the cheesy opening that looks like Full House when they're driving. And there is some weird, choppy shots in this movie. There's this scene where this couple is in a pool. This girl gets dragged in, and literally it is chopped to pieces where it'll show freeze frame of like probably 5 seconds of the movie, and it will make it stretch out to like a minute-long scene where this girl, it literally just shows this girl in the pool, somebody's hands come over her face, pull her down, and she's in the water. But it makes it last like a minute because of it's weird, they do freeze frame to make it so choppy that it makes it seem really stupid. It's like, that's obviously what they're doing, and it makes it look bad though. Like, it's just using scenes that, or using one scene that's only like 5 seconds long and stretching out to a minute. I thought that was really dumb. So that's weird. And then there's this one really silly moment in the movie that's not just the score, but this one moment is so random because with the score as well, it has this couple where the girl and the guy are gonna have sex, and she's like, "Did you lock up? Like, is everybody in here? Is everything locked up?" And he's like, "Okay, I guess I'll go and check." And she like starts unbuttoning her shirt, and she's like, "Well, when you come back, I'll have something else to inspect," or something stupid like that. And then, literally, I'm not making this up, this guy goes, oh, like, he literally, it fast forwards the movie where he runs super fast while it has Three Stooges music, and he just does a womp 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 like noise, and then he runs out the door. Like, it's so bad. But it's not funny. It's not like a funny type of humor. Like, it just was kind of dumb because it was already so unintentionally hilarious. And the music, I keep mentioning the score because the score is the most memorable thing because it is so unintentionally hilarious. Like, again, for example, there's, like, say in a romantic scene, they've got the soap opera sitcom style music. Like, it's very sitcom feeling how it sounds. Like, it's so weird how much of a sitcom it feels like. But that's the biggest thing that I thought was interesting about this movie, is that the damn score was just so weird. And as for, like, the kills or the characters, like, the characters are non-existent. They're not interesting. The kills are alright. They're not too bad. They're those kills where, like, it's like you don't see, like, something happen, you just see the aftermath. Like, say somebody gets something stabbed in their face, you just see, like, them, like, moving with something, them holding something. So, like, it's obviously they could pull it off. They're just sitting there like this. Like, it doesn't have much, like, on-screen violence. It just shows, like, what happens afterward, which is kind of unfortunate. But it's not bad. It's just like, oh, it's just kind of more unmemorable. And that's what I'll give this movie. Like, besides the dumb score and the dumb moments, it's just pretty unmemorable. The kills aren't very memorable. The characters aren't memorable at all. Just the only thing that's memorable to me that I will remember is the score, because it's so cheesy and so stupid. But besides that, this was kind of a bore. It wasn't very interesting to me, and I didn't care enough about this one watching it. I was like, man, just when will this end? Because there are some slashers where I'll be like, oh man, this one just didn't grip me or hook me at all. Like, it wasn't super entertaining, and I know it was trying to be super silly on purpose, but it did not make me laugh because it was on purpose trying to be silly. So the Mutilator to me was just not that great. It wasn't awful. It was just really really forgettable. Like, in a sense, it's just very forgettable. And overall, I just thought this one didn't do much for me. So, tell me down below if you guys saw this. What did you think? If you have seen it. If not, go ahead and see this and see what you think about it. And tell me down below what you think. Because this one is an interesting one. Besides the music, I don't know what else to say about this. But I wonder if anybody else could find something else good to say about it. But overall, this one was just really forgettable. So, thanks guys so much for watching.